Up next, streaming companies are losing billions of dollars due to password sharing.
A deposit for your future. The WBBM Noon Business Hour continues.
More than 4 in 10 people admit they have used someone else's password to access a streaming service. That's according to a survey by a private entertainment research company. Is there problems for these streaming services because of this? Tim Hanlon, founder and CEO of the Vertere group here in Chicago. Tim, 4 in 10 people admit to it. My guess is way more than that actually do it.
I think that's probably right, Cisco. And of course, you can confide in me after the call, this call. But I mean, look, this is it's hugely a phenomenon. I think there are a couple of reasons for it. I think one is generational. Younger kids, young adults, millennials even have a sort of a different perspective on how to access and share content, not just video, but in social media forms and whatnot. So the idea of sharing content or a password, frankly, is not doesn't seem to be too big of a deal to them, nor the consequences of doing such. I think, frankly, though, it's also economic. There are just literally dozens, if not more, of new services out there, and no one can humanly subscribe or possibly subscribe to all of them. And when one friend sees a show or gets hip to a particular series or whatever, and another person is not on that service, right, the easiest way to get them involved with said show is to at least get them a sample in the new service. And the other, frankly, thing is, and maybe we'll get to this, is structural. I think a lot of these streaming services are relatively new, and a lot of media companies who are not good or historically strong at customer relationships and security. And cable operators have certainly been that for years, but all these new streaming services, not so much. So perhaps that's another example or reason for some of this leakage via password sharing.
Touch on how complex it is to try to figure out if this is actually hurting, say, Netflix, Hulu, Amazon. I mean, is it hurting their bottom lines, or is there a way it actually helps them?
Well, there's probably a little bit of a silver lining, right? Because at the end of the day, because of and then we still have more services to come. We'll be talking about those in the months ahead, like NBC's Peacock service, et cetera. More to come. Sampling, right? This is really all about sampling and then trying to get people, I want to say addicted, but enamored enough where they will continue to pay for said service, right? So you're going to see a lot of aggressive promotion. And frankly, one of sort of the underlying sort of promotional tactics, frankly, is, maybe getting a friend to sort of enjoy said service for a bit of time with a loaner password, shall we say. The key is, how do you convert them legitimately? And I think that's sort of a next Rubicon for all of them to figure out.
And Tim, why didn't the streaming services see this coming, and can they even crack down on this?
Well, Jennifer, it's a great question. I do think you will see, as services start to winnow down, as there is consolidation, as people start to, if you will, cut back on how many services they subscribe to, I think you'll see this being more of a bottom line effort to weed out the interlopers and the freeloaders. It's inevitably going to happen. But for now, I think it's more about getting as many people to sample their programming as possible, and they're okay with it for now.
Yeah, for now. Yeah, we'll see. We'll have you back soon. Talk about it again. Tim Hanlon, founder and CEO of the Vertere Group here in Chicago.